your hands together and make her feel very welcome once more. Welcome to the stage. It's Zena Theslam, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Hello, 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 hello. I'm Zena, and you may know Zena the Warrior Princess. Well, I am more like Zena the democratically elected chairperson. If there's a committee, I'll be on it. So, I'm a mathematician, which means I have a lot of problems. But the bonus is that I get extra marks if I include my working out in the solutions. So, I do hope that you've had a statistically significant day today. At the 95% significance level. But if not, don't worry. You were probably a random sample from the normal distribution anyway. So, we live in an exciting age. An age of not small, not medium, but big data. And through we can manage to collect, store, and analyze with new mathematical techniques these large data sets, which is excellent news for genetics and genomic studies. And even modern technology, we can study the spread of viruses in a population, and people have developed mobile phone apps to be able to study the movement of viruses in a geographical location. So what you can do is you can use this modern technology. You can study interactions between people over here, then the viruses over there, that they can kind of recombine with each other and then interact with the people over there. You've also got bacteria and flesh-eating bacteria, and they can interact also with our food system as well. Then you've got animals over there. You can study these millions and millions of interactions with mathematics. And then you can conclude that really we should all just stay at home, have a nice cup of peppermint tea, and for those long, lonely nights, you can always solve some advanced calculus, So my years of postgraduate study have taught me one thing, and really allowed me to perfect this one particular ability, which is to obtain free food at any given moment, even when you've not been invited to the seminar. And so, Retrofuture. Well, as a mathematician, I like to approach life in a very logical manner, and for example, talking to you today about Retrofuture, it's like a maths problem. So my initial kind of thought was to discuss the debate between Bayesian and frequentist statistical approaches in modern science. And that is a fantastic approach, and it solves the initial conditions of the problem posed by Retrofuture. However, the solution is constrained by some boundary constraints, unfortunately, that I have a finite amount of time allowed at this stage. Because, it could go into a really good debate about the nature of probability itself. But unfortunately, I have to approach it again in another way. So, okay, step one, define the variables. Okay, so we have the set of all that is retro and the set of all that is future. So, to me, the elements that are contained in the set that is retro are Shakespeare, it's speaking in iambic pentameter, it's writing sonnets. And conversely, the set containing all that is the future is dominated by one thing and one thing only, and that is my PhD project. And so, my project is on developing new mathematical models to further our understanding of virus interactions within a host. And so, in the intersection between these two sets is one element and one element only, and that is a Shakespearean sonnet in iambic pentameter based solely on my PhD project. And so, ladies and gentlemen, okay. You are thinking, what has she got this scroll of graph paper for? Okay. How can I then return a model right that am debarred the benefit to know, when viral rule is not eased by night, but day by night and night by day in vivo? And the virus, a foe to the host reign, do in consent upregulate macrophage inside. The host, by toil, immune system complain, how far I toil, you still further do divide. So then, the host is not lame, poor, nor despised, whilst that CCL2 doth substance give, that virus in thy abundance am sufficed, and by and host with all glory live. But Daily post-infection in host for no longer, for cytokine doth make the immunity stronger. That the solution to the question posed by Retrofuture actually involves stuff along the lines of voice-activated everything and flying cars and metallic fashion wear. Oopsies. Well, at least I showed you my working out, so that counts for something. Good night.